So what's going to be in this space? You got a nice little tap set up.
Yeah, we got our draft lines coming out of here. We're going to save a lot of the space for a little bit of barrel aging. And we do want to set up a small tasting room here that we'll have open on the weekends. So it'll be pretty simple, just a few tables, nothing fancy, but a place for people to come down on the weekends, taste the beers, and if they want to check out the brewery, we can show them around, that sort of thing too. So.
Looks like a pretty cool, like, custom metalworking on the taps too. Where did that come from?
Oh yeah, we had a local welder do the drip tray. He did a really nice hop vine across the back, and then kind of a version of the hop on our logo up here. And then we had another local woodworker do the handles for us. He's doing a really nice job doing them all by hand. But we got some cool plans for this. I'm thinking we're going to put a bunch of old fur from the building here behind this, and so we'll have this like a nice, like, real thin sort of plane of fur behind this to help the hop and the tray pop out more, because it really is beautiful. You got to see it in person. Like, the guy did a really amazing job. This is our grain room. We actually just got some grain in today, so it's sort of full over here. Pretty simple, not too much to tell. A little 2-roller mill, works pretty good. Like I said, we use mostly organic 2-row that's being grown in Southern Oregon. It's malted up at Great Western in Vancouver. They do a really excellent job over there. And then most of our wheat comes from Washington. It's also malted at Great Western. And then we do use some Breeze products for some specialty stuff. And we do use some English caramel malts. We really like the flavor of some of these English caramel malts. But a couple of our beers don't even take any caramel malt at all. So, like I said, the 4 and the 7 are just all pale and Munich and wheat and that sort of thing. So they're pretty straight up. The 7 is actually a 100% Oregon grown beer, which I think is kind of cool. I didn't even realize that until like weeks after we made it. Yeah, all the hops and malt that are all grown in Oregon.
Wow. And what do we got right here?
This is obviously the brew house. We have a 10-barrel system. Works really nice. Let's see, what can we say? It's a direct fire. Pretty simple, really. I mean, not too much to tell. Like I said, we get about 330 gallons usually out of the kettle that we send to the fermenters. So this is the only sort of modern closed tank that we have here. This is a 10-barrel tank. We do some of our specialty stuff in here. We'll be doing the whip beer in here on Monday, so that'll be pretty exciting. And then we'll do our triple in here, and the coffee stout I was talking about. All those beers will go through here. The 4 year-round beers we all do in the open fermenters, which are in here. And these are 20-barrel tanks, so we always double batch these beers.
Anything going in there right now?
One of them's empty, waiting for that summer beer I was talking about. And then the other one's got just 10 barrels of a gruit that we're going to be bringing to the Organic Beer Fest. Cool. From the open fermenters, the beer gets pumped into these conditioning tanks. And obviously we don't filter the beer here, so we tend to just keep it in here for as long as the yeast wants to settle out, for the flavors to round out a little bit. So typically the beer will spend around 2 weeks in here, give or take a handful of days. And from here it just gets kegged off, which is what Garrett's doing right now.
Anything else interesting to point out?
We do have a bottle conditioning room, but there's no bottles in it yet since we haven't started bottling. But we do have a dedicated room in the brewery that we're going to keep warm for the bottles. And then, yeah, besides that, not too much.
Well, thanks for the tour and questions.
Cool. Thank you. Want to go snag a beer?
Yes.